Good morning. My name is Katie, and I had such an overwhelming response to my escape room from St. Peter's cell in Acts 12 that I thought I would go ahead and make a file and put everything in it and walk you through it in this video so that you know how to put one of these on. So the first thing that you'll need and that you'll see is the escape room key. And this walks you through exactly how to unlock all the puzzles and the way to go about it. So I did a linear escape room. You can do different sort of philosophies. You can have open and things like that, but linear just means that one thing kind of goes to the next thing, which opens the next thing, and so forth, so on. And then also environment's really key. So I have a whole bunch of images that you should put up around the room. The majority of these are red herrings that kind of will lead them on a wild goose chase. It has 4-letter words that will throw them off and different graffiti things that they'll try to use on the locks. And then it also has things about the light so that they know that there's something with the light that has to happen, turning lights off and things like that, shining a light in the darkness. And so I would put these, you can print these out and put them up around the room just to give the environment. Also with the environment, since we're escaping from St. Peter's cell, there's a little bit of role play you can enact. So I took a group of teens and I pretended I was a Roman soldier coming to arrest them. And so you can kind of play that out and arrest them and put them in this prison cell. Tell them they have only 30 minutes to until their execution. And at that time, they're going to be executed. So the teams have 30 minutes to complete the escape room and to escape. Most of them did it in just under 30 minutes. One group of young adults did it in 20 minutes, was the fastest. This worked really well because we meet for an hour and a half. So we have dinner for the first half hour, and then we had 2 teams alternate doing it. So I would say like between maybe 4 and 10 people would be ideal, really no more than 10. And even by the time you get to 10, you'll have a few people that aren't really doing much and participating a lot, depending on your group dynamics. So I think past 8, you're kind of losing the team building aspect of it. But everyone had a really good time and had fun. You can add more puzzles into it to make it longer. I would suggest adding in things like a lock phone screen. You could add another path on this linear breakout. You can also add things that are cheap and easy that you don't have to buy, like lemon juice for invisible ink, and then you just need heat like a hair dryer to make it appear. You could do more than one phone lock screen, so you could have like 2 or 3 phones that they have to unlock the keypad of by using numbers and combinations. And that can be a 6-digit one even. So those are just ideas if you want to make it longer, but this is essentially a 30-minute escape room. And that gave us time in between to reset the room and everything. I also put candy around the room and told them that they were welcome to eat it if they wanted. And then I also gave them instructions. So before I did the role-playing part where I arrested them and put them in cells seriously, I gave them instructions. So the first sort of instruction I gave them was what they're looking for. And they're looking for keys hidden around the room. That's the step 1. So the first part of it is they need to find these 3 keys that unlock 3 different bike locks. And inside the bike lock, whether you have a box or a cabinet or whatever, they have 3 puzzle pieces. So I told them they're looking for keys to begin with. But they'll want to like take everything out and put it in a central place on a table or whatever to see what they're working with what sort of locks they have to deal with, a 3-digit combination. Okay, there's a word one, whatever it might be, so they know sort of what they're on the lookout for. I told them, so these boxes, I had 3 of these boxes. I got them, I think, 3 for $5 at Michael's, but you can use the shoebox, you can put it on a cabinet, whatever it might be. I did this sort of a Christmas style ribbon, sort of wrapping it around. And then the locks open by the keys. So they come together as a set of 3, and the keys actually unlock all of them, but I didn't tell them that. I color coded it and told them the blue one unlocks the blue, the red one unlocks the red, and the green one unlocks the green. But if they do try to put the red one in the green one, it will open. So that will make it go faster. Inside each of the 3 boxes or wherever you're putting the bike locks, I had 3 puzzle pieces, and they had to put the puzzle pieces together. When they put it together, they saw that there was Roman numeral written on it. And so inside, I just had a piece of hand luggage that I used, and the luggage came with one of those little luggage locks. So this key I also hid. So I hid 4 keys around the room. And inside one of the compartments, I just put this Roman numerals chart so that they could decode the CCLXV. Some of them might already know Roman numerals and know what that means, but that 3-digit number, 365, that's the number of times that the Bible says to not be afraid. That unlocks this 3-digit vault. So they use that and unlock the vault, and inside the vault there's a bird, and they have to try to figure out what the significance of that bird is, but it's just the word bird, and it opens up this word lock. So this word lock I had on a cabinet, and I had this box inside the cabinet, but you can put something around it. You can tell them you can't open the box until the lock's unlocked, however you want to do it. And inside there were 2 clues, and the clues were 2 Bible verses. I underlined and bolded things that just to kind of draw their attention away from the fact that the actual part of it is the 1, 2, 1, 0, and on this one, the Luke 11:10. Those 4-digit numbers open a set of 2 luggage locks. So these I got from Amazon in a pack of 2. To help them out, I drew that Sharpie line on it so they knew which side to line the numbers up on. And then just on 2 different sides of this suitcase, you attach it through the zipper so the zippers can't go. And then once you get the combination in, you press it down and it opens. And then they can unzip. And in one compartment, I put this battery. And in the other compartment, I put the flashlight. So they had to get both pieces and put them together. And this is a black light. And the black light obviously will show things up under UV. I was too cheap to buy a UV pen, and I saw that laundry detergent shows up under UV light. So on just a piece of stiff paper, I wrote out the last combination that they needed, and you can play around with it. You can't see it very well from far away. Up close, you can kind of see that it left a little mark. So I taped this up under somewhere dark, like under a chair, under a table where they couldn't readily see it. But once you shine the light on it, you can see what the combination is. So 33 was the age of Jesus when he died. And that number goes to the padlock box and compartment. So I put this on the door to get out. So this is the last part of the puzzle. So they have to open it up, and inside I told them you're going to be looking for instructions. That's the last part of the escape room. So inside it was instructions from Peter, St. Peter, who was their ally, that said, to escape, you need to put the Roman guards to sleep. It came to me in a dream for you to say these words: Gabriel, Raphael, Michael, the angels. This should put them to sleep. Ever yours, Peter. So there you go. That's what they need to say. So I had 2 core team members stand guard at the door, and I said, these are Roman sympathizers, or these Roman guards are Christian sympathizers. You can ask them for up to 3 clues if you really need it. But to escape, you need to put them to sleep, just like we read about in Acts 12. So when they say those magic words, the guards fall asleep and they can escape and get out. Yeah, I can't think of what else you would need. Yeah, so it's all right there on the key. Each of the locks, when you buy it, has instructions on how to set the combination. So just follow those instructions for the vault and the word lock and the padlock. And if you have any questions, you can give me a call. You can improvise. Like I said, I was just able to have 1 piece of luggage. You can do different things depending on your space. But I basically put all this stuff inside the bag and brought the bag with me. I sort of installed it on site. I did it in a conference room, in a library. I tried it out in my dining room. Wherever you want to do it, you can do it. If you have really cool, like I have books that are have a hidden compartments, and I would put the keys in there, or just inside a big Bible or catechism. You can hide, slip keys inside, make it hard for them to find. Put as many artifacts and things that they can touch and move, and anything in the room that wasn't relevant or I didn't want them to open or touch, I just put a piece of blue tape over it. So if there was like a filing cabinet or something, I would just put a little piece of blue tape to tell them, you don't need to go in here, there's nothing relevant in there. But otherwise, I told them everything else you can move and touch and figure out. And they had a great time. They really loved it. And I hope you guys do too. Okay, bye.